Guys, Native Pathfinder here. We're out in the woods. It's been raining for 2 days, and we're going to be finding some combustible material that we can use to get a fire going. It's cold out. We got a major freeze coming tonight in Georgia, and in Georgia, you know, 20 degrees is pretty cold for us. So we're out in the woods. Like I said, it's been raining for 2 days. Last night we had a major downpour, and I just wanted to do a quick short video of some Georgia trees that we can find combustible material from, and that is dry in a wet environment. So here we go. We're right here at a cedar tree, and I want to show you guys something here. By the way, the only thing I've got out here is my iPhone, and I've got my Apache survival knife right here, and I've got just a cheap El Cheapo combustible device in it. Something a buddy of mine picked up at a gun show, and we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how it works. So here we go. We're right here. We've got a cedar tree. I want you to see this bark right here. See, is going to be wet on this side, but if we look under here, under this cedar tree on this part, it's going to be dry. So this is the material that we want to process and to scrape off from the cedar tree. Now, I was just looking around, and in Georgia, we're known for our pine trees. So a good heart pine, find an old heart pine tree, get the heart of it, and you're going to find fat wood or lighter wood. And it's going to be wet, cold, no matter what, it's going to light. You're going to be able to get a fire with it. And I was just looking on the ground over here, and you can see this is an old stump over here of a pine tree that's laying here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take my knife here, and I'm going to take my knife, and we're going to put it in. I'm going to show you guys some lighter wood. Okay, if you look right here, you can smell it smells just like turpentine. This, guys, is the key to wet fire in Georgia. I mean, this is awesome. If you've got this, you can take this right here, shave it down, splinter it up into really smaller than a pencil sticks, and you are going to have wet fire for free. You can go on YouTube. That's one thing that's really cool about the internet now. You can go on YouTube, and you know, there's so many different ingredients for quick wet fire materials. One of them is I seen one is they take egg cartons and use dryer lint, candle wax, and melt it all together, and I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. I've done that. Matter of fact, my wife actually found it, and she done it, and it worked perfect. It was awesome. So anyway, so here we go. We're going to process this down. We're going to go back over here to the cedar tree, and we're going to go right here to the cedar tree, and we're going to take our knife. And even the awesomeness about this is you can see these frays right here. These frays are wet, but you can see they may have some moisture in them, but they're going to be dry. We're going to gather up some of this cedar bark, this cedar material. We're going to process up some of the pine. We've got the material broke down. Let me show you this, what we got going on here. I found some dry grass out up under some branches, and I say dry, it is damp just a little bit, and we have taken the lighter fat wood, processed it down to some little chips, just like this. This stuff is just a little damp now. This grass is definitely cold to touch, and I took the cedar bark, processed it up in my fingers, and I've shoved it in here to create, and then I've just laid this and folded this around this combustible material. And then I've just put all of this into here. So now we're going to light it. We're going to see how it works. It is damp. Again, it is super wet. Everything's wet out here. Even the grass that I have is wet. But I just want to show you guys, you know, you don't have to have, if you've got a good ferrocerium rod, you do not have to have a perfectly dry combustible material to make fire. Yes, is it a little bit aggravating? Absolutely. But it's not required. It doesn't matter. I think a lot of people think that everything has to be super, super dry. And it is important. Don't get me wrong. It is important. It's very important to gather extra fat wood, gather extra cedar bark, and put it in your haversack. Put it in your backpack. Put it in your pocket if you're going out in the woods. If you see something, have it ready so you don't have to look for this stuff. Because if you have to look for it, it's time. It is time. And but train yourself. Go out. Don't go out on a perfect day. I mean, and start a fire. Go out when it's wet. Go out when it's it's the wind's blowing and it's sprinkling. Because it's not difficult to really get a fire going from natural material on a bluebird day when the sun's shining and everything's dry. More than likely, if something happens, if an emergency takes place, it's probably going to be snowing. It's probably going to be raining. It's probably going to be windy. When you get stuck in that scenario, it's probably not going to be a beautiful day out. And the sun's shining bright. If it is, hey, you ain't got a whole lot to worry about anyway. So here we go. We're going to give this a shot. So we're going to take our ferrocerium rod, and we're not in a hurry here. We're going to take our rod. I'm going to stick it right in the base. And you can see I've got a board out here that I found in the woods, and this is what I'm using for my fire lay. So here we go. We're going to... We almost got it, guys. You don't give up, guys. It's not always easy. I don't care how long you've been doing this, it's not always easy. So we got some smoke. Just let that ember just sit in there. Keep that oxygen going to it. See that, guys? See that? We're just going to let that just burn. And we're going to stick it. We're going to pull this over. We're just going to let our materials catch. We've got our lay already right here, and you can see that it is just, it's taking off. Look, guys, everything that I've used to get this fire going, including the fire lay, I have found just out up under the trees. It's wet. Guys, let me show you something. This is not a high-end ferrocerium rod. It's fancy because with the wood on it, it's pretty to the eyes, but it is not a high-end ferrocerium rod. I want you guys just to, take this as a mental note. Go out, get in the woods, practice your skills, hone your skills to where you can own them skills. Once you're able to own them skills, then you can go out in a wet environment. You can go out in a snowy environment, and you can find materials that is combustible, that you can get a fire, that you can stay warm, that you can feed your family or feed yourself and boil water and cook food, etc. Guys, this is the Native Pathfinder, and appreciate you guys stopping in. And, check our Facebook out at The Native Pathfinder on Facebook, and our website at thenativepathfinder.com. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Leave an idea, leave a comment, and we hope to see you guys on the next video. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us, and you guys have an awesome day. Peace.